Are you an apple shape struggling with how to dress our body shape, struggling with feeling confident and just wanting to hide that tummy while still looking stylish? Well, then you have come to the right place. My name is Marleen. I'm a personal stylist, but more importantly, I'm a fellow apple shape. I understand the struggles of wanting to hide the tummy, feeling confident and stylish. In today's video, I will teach you my trusted, tried and tested outfit formula that works perfectly every single time. It is easy to adapt depending on the weather and climate that you live in, depending on what your personal style is, but it is a formula that you can take straight into your wardrobe and simply just start playing around with the pieces that you have. This video is a slow and steady one. I will talk you through the outfit formula. I will talk you through why I make the choices that I do, but a little bit of outfit inspiration for us apple shapes, the tried and trusted outfit formula. Let's get stuck into it. When we start building an outfit, we got to start at the foundation. So I just jumped into a jumper so I could show you my foundation. Now, I'm not going to show you my bra because I don't do bras here on my YouTube channel, but make sure that your bra has the proper fit, not just to keep the ladies in place, but also to make sure that your silhouette is in order. I wear shapewear every single day. I still have a tummy. This is me. I am all tummy. My shapewear does not make me look any skinnier. No. My shapewear keeps me in place. It smooths out my silhouette. As you can tell, I still have a bee belly. I still have a big belly. I don't have any booty to speak of, but my shapewear smooths me out. My favorite shapewear, the only brand really that I recommend, and also the brand that I wear every single day, is always linked in the description box, along with the video where I show it in action, all right? But I wear shapewear every day. If shapewear is not for you, just skip this part. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to wear it. I just personally love wearing shapewear just to keep me snatched and keep everything in place and smooth out that silhouette. Now, when I start building an outfit and I have my foundation in order, I start with my bottom half, and that is wide leg trousers, wide leg jeans, wide leg shorts, A-line skirts and A-line dresses. That is normally my go-to pieces. And I choose these because I always want to hide my tummy. And if I choose one of those pieces, I know that my tummy is going to be gone. No one's going to see it. And I'm going to feel far more confident, as well as having far more scope to play around with the rest of my outfit. For today's video, I have gone for the wide leg jeans. These ones are a nice dark wash. They are flat fronted, meaning there's no pleats in the front. There's no details, no distressing, nothing on them. They are just one of those timeless pieces that I can wear for years to come. And as I said, I am all tummy, literally all tummy, but my jeans do the job. And excuse me, what tummy? There is no tummy. It's still there. It hasn't gone away, sadly, but it's hidden behind my wide leg jeans. And this is what wide leg trousers do for us. And yes, I know all you petite ladies are going to say, but Marleen, I'm petite. Can I wear wide leg? Yes, you absolutely can. You just need to make sure that your trousers have the right length. The right length for a pair of trousers, no matter your height, is when they are just hitting the floor without hitting the floor. Mine are a little bit long, but you have to take into account that you're wearing shoes as well. So once I get a pair of shoes on, they're perfect. Hitting the floor without touching the floor. That's the perfect length. Also, if you are petite, the flat fronted, like my jeans, meaning no pleats at the front, potentially will be the best. Many of you petite ladies reach out and say, well, Marleen, I'm swamped in fabric, and that's okay. If you have pleats here in the front or any detailing in the front, that can swamp you. By having the flat fronted like these jeans, I don't have all this extra baggy fabric that the pleats will create here, but I still have no tummy in sight. Next up, my top. I'm a basic gal. I wear basic pieces, so I have gone once again for a basic t-shirt. This one is a cream colored one because it'll tie my outfit together, and it has the long sleeves. If you don't know already, I am always cold. Due to illness, I'm just always cold. That's just the way it is. I'm on the mend, don't worry, nothing to worry about. But because I'm always cold, I have to be a little bit more practical in my outfit. I also live in a climate where it's a little bit colder. I live in Ireland, so it's not freezing cold here, but it's not warm either. So practical outfits is what I wear, hence the crew neck. And yes, I know that a V-neck is far more flattering on us apple shapes, especially if you have a larger chest, but practicality and comfort wins every time, no matter what outfit I'm creating. Now, because I have chosen the wide leg jeans, I could stop the outfit here. I feel perfectly put together, maybe a little basic, but I feel perfectly put together and there's no tummy in sight. I could stop the outfit here if I wanted to. And before we go any further, I want to take a second and just consider, if you have the perfect bottom halves that'll hide your tummy, how many outfits could you go into your wardrobe and create right now with just the top halves that you have? I bet you can make at least 10, 20 outfits, at least, depending on what size of wardrobe you have. If you have the perfect bottom halves, there is no tummy in sight. So, but I want to take it a bit further. And for me, because I'm always cold, I always wear a layer. I love myself a good blazer. Absolutely love a good blazer. And I try to find blazers that are a little bit different, meaning when I wear one or the other, that they're not the exact same. And I picked this one up, even though it's a little bit on the longer side. Can you see this? It actually cuts me visually into halves, but because when I close it, look at the fit of this blazer. It actually gives me an hourglass figure. Now, if I wore this with heels, with longer trousers, I could get the rule of third back in place. I could make my legs look longer. But because this blazer tends to cut me in half lengthwise as it is right now, I'm going to keep it open. Now, rule of third, let me talk you through it just one more time. I need to make a separate video on the rule of third, but just quickly. You can stay there. The rule of third basically means that we visually chop a body into two halves. One half has to be a third of the length of your body, and the other half needs to be 2/3 of the length of your body. When I have my top tucked in, it gives me the perfect rule of third. It also defines my waist as well as putting me into balance and proportion. When I add the blazer and close it, can you see how all of a sudden the balance and proportion are out? I may have a great figure giving me the hourglass, but my legs look extremely short and stumpy, don't they? And that is the rule of third. It is making sure that visually we are put into balance and proportion. Now, because I'm keeping my blazer open for this outfit, the visual cut is still there. I have my top, which is the 1/3, and then I have my trousers, which is the 2/3. It still hides the tummy. Even if I had gone for a pair of jeans that showed a bit more tummy, my tummy is still hidden with the layer on. But from the front, the rule of third, everything is still in proportion and in balance. And the blazer, because it's cut the way it's cut, still gives me the hourglass figure. Defining our waist is one of the most important things for us apple shape. And I know a lot of you are going to say, Marleen, I don't want to tuck my top. And you're going to tell me I can't do it. And I'm going to be kind of rude and tell you, okay, if you tell me you can't tuck your top, you're not going to tuck it. It doesn't matter what I say. If, however, you tell yourself, Marleen, I want to do it, you can do it. It's all about the mindset, I'm sorry to tell you. And I know it's scary. Please do not think I'm taking this lightly, because it took me 4 years, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever long it took me before I finally left the house with a top tucked. I know the struggles. I know how scary it is. But I also promise you, if you tell yourself that you can't do it, you're not going to do it. End of. If you decide to be brave and try it, you can make it happen. Many of you text me and tell me, Marleen, I get so many compliments since I started tucking my top. And it is because all of a sudden we are in balance. Now, I've added a belt while I'm standing here lecturing, because the belt adds a focal point to the outfit. And this is why we now move on to accessories. Adding a belt. I'm not wearing the belt to hold up my trousers. No, I'm wearing the belt for the focal point. When you look at my outfit as I stand here, what do you see first? I move a little bit, and I guarantee you, your eyes land on my belt buckle. Now, I am wearing very bright up at the top, so it's not as prominent as it is if I was wearing all dark and then had a belt on, but the gold will grab the eye. Another trick to actually deflect away from the fact that I have a big tummy. If I left the blazer off, you can actually see it even better then, right? All of a sudden your eye is definitely caught on the belt buckle. It's all about deceiving the eye to think that there is no tummy in sight. As I said, the belt is not there to hold my trousers up. It is there to add another element. And I have gone for brown because brown is one of those neutral colors that pretty much goes with all the other neutral colors. It looks fab with the cream, it looks fab with the navy trousers, and altogether it just gives it a little bit more of a harmonious feel to it. I will, however, add some more bling, and my usual is my wedding ring, and then I go for some kind of a statement ring and some more rings. And then I am going for some earrings. I'll come up and show them to you in a second. I am an earring person through and through and would rather wear a big statement earring. But when I'm wearing a blazer, I tend to go for a smaller one because the lapel on the blazer takes up a bit of space. So a daintier earring works better for me. This is something you learn as you just play around with your outfits. And then because I'm trying to be more bold and wear more statement pieces, I have gone for a chunkier necklace that has like little medallions on it. It's just a cheap trinket. I probably picked it up in H&M or Shein. That's where I buy everything. But again, can you see when you look at my outfit, all of a sudden your eye have two focal points. We can either go for the belt buckle or we can go for the chain. Once again, it's all reflecting away from the fact that I have a big tummy. It also adds a bit of interest to the basic pieces that I'm wearing because they are all just standard basic pieces. Last up, we need some shoes. Now, I think if I had owned a pair, I might have gone for something in a navy, but I don't have any navy shoes. That's something I need to get. So I decided to kind of do a sandwich and go for a neutral shoe in kind of like a similar color to the top half. So this will give me a sandwich and another focal point, a little bit of interest to the bottom half of my outfit, and it just ties everything together. This is something you can play around with. Maybe a black pair of shoes will work better for you. As I say, I would think I would prefer something that was navy, but because I don't have it, I just work with what I have. I have, however, gone for a pointy toe, and this is a flat little ballerina shoe. It's patent leather, well, it's faux leather, but just a shiny focal pointy shoe. I have gone for the flat because I rarely wear heels. I have also gone for the pointy shoe because it elongates our body. It makes you look kinda a little bit taller. It's very slight, but it's there. And once again, it just elongates the outfit. And then I wanted a handbag. And once again, because I wore the brown, I decided to tie it all together with my brown little handbag. You can go for any bag that you prefer, but just remember that your bag and your shoes, as well as your outerwear, is part of your outfit. Take those pieces into account as well when you're putting together your outfit, because many of us tend to just go and, especially our handbag, right? We fill up a handbag and then that's the handbag that we use. And as soon as we rush out the door, we just bring the same handbag. No, your handbag is part of your outfit. Please make sure that it works with what you're wearing. The belt and the bag in the same color, once again, just ties the outfit together. I could have, again, if I had the color, I could have gone for a pair of brown shoes. That would have looked really, really nice as well. But as I said, I'm just working with the pieces that I have. This is the finished outfit from top to bottom. This is an outfit formula that you could use a gazillion ways using the pieces that you have in your wardrobe. Just consider the rule of third, meaning everything is in balance lengthwise, and also make sure you define your waist, even as an apple shape. And if you wear the proper fitted pieces, that is literally half the battle. If you wear the bottom half that hides your tummy, I don't even have to think about the rest of the outfit. If you wear a layering piece, again, you don't have to think about that tummy. By wearing colors that goes harmoniously together, I don't have to worry about anyone seeing anything I don't want them to see. My accessories are now the focal point. My outfit is harmonious, and that is how you do it, ladies. That is how you do it. This is the finished outfit. I hope you liked it. I hope that I managed to talk through it without rambling too much, but that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you that stops by here. Will you do me one last favor before you leave for today and leave me a green heart in the comments? It's simply just to let me and the algorithm know that you enjoyed my content enough to stay to the end. That is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.